Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Wingman Wisdom. I am Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Appreciate you being with me today. We're going to be reaching in the mailbag, so to speak, and I'm going to read some comments, maybe an email or two that people have sent in, and then respond to them here on camera. As a reminder, if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, I certainly hope you'll click on the bell below. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I do 4 videos a week. And I don't know everything. I just know the things that I know. And I'm smart enough to know there are a lot of things I don't know, and I'm wrong an awful lot. But Wingman Wisdom is about trying to share some honest thoughts and observations with you in hopes that you can kind of, I don't know, have a good conversation with me back and forth. Not necessarily, as I say, to agree with me on all things, but hopefully to help make you think. Now, most of these comments are going to be pretty positive and supportive. As you may remember, I did this video on cruising with my wife. We just came back a couple of weeks ago from a beautiful week-long cruise. And I talked about how many RVers love to cruise, and they really, really do. Not everybody. And you're going to find out here in just a second. So to begin, if you like this shirt or you like the shirts that I wear, instead of writing a comment down, I appreciate your comments. But where do you get those shirts? I'll tell you where I get them, and I'll tell you where you can get them. You have to pay for them just like I do, but click on the description of this video. It'll drop down with all the information. You'll see a link to the company that I purchased these beautiful shirts from. They've also got a discount code, but I don't get paid a penny whether you order 1 or 1,000. So a link to that company, if you'd like to get some Christmas-themed shirts or Thanksgiving-themed shirts or whatever, is down in the description, as well as links to many of the people I do consulting work inside the RV industry. So let me go ahead and start reading right now. This is from Jeff Schwer, I think is the pronunciation. Jeff is a big proponent of cruises. He says, my wife and I love cruising for the same reason we love camping. It's the camaraderie of the people. We enjoy sitting by an open fire and telling tales just as much as lying in the sun and watching the ocean swells. Both are highly relaxing activities. One big difference, however, campers want to show you their rig and talk about it. Cruisers want to discuss where they've sailed and where they plan to go next. That is true. He says maybe a wingman cruise could be over the top to talk about. He just talks about going on trips and how much fun they are. Those who don't know about cruising have this misconception about how expensive they are. They can be expensive. They really can be. But you can travel and cruise and eat and have the time of your life. I think it's one of the least expensive vacations that you can take, and you will be pampered. Now, a secret that I've done, you know, we've stayed in junior suites and outside balconies, and we've probably been on 20 different cruises. So we started out with the really nice stuff, the more expensive cruise packages, like I said, the junior suites and then the outside balcony. And while I love the scenery, I love looking out, those big old sliding doors, I like to be cold with my air conditioning more so than open the door. So I can always go out on the deck and look at the ocean from there. But what I have done is I save money and I go to an inside room. I don't feel claustrophobic. They're very dark, which I like. And the air conditioner seems to work a little bit better. I take a fan with me, a little portable fan we pack wherever we travel. Turn that thing on, a little bit of a hum, that cold air conditioning, dark room. Ooh, it's so good. And that's the least expensive way that I have found to cruise. So anyway, Jeff, thank you for your note. Bruce Franklin says, 63 years old, have never been on a cruise ship. I've never had the desire to be packed in like sardines. So Bruce, I'm telling you, it may seem like you're packed in like sardines, but you're not. I promise you're not. It's amazing to see how 3,000, 4,000 people can spread out on a ship where you don't feel claustrophobic, you know, where you're rubbing elbows with people at all. It is absolutely fantastic. I would suggest that if you think it's claustrophobic, imagine living full-time in an RV. A lot of full-time RVers do go cruising as well. But if you need some space, you'll find space and a beautiful place to sleep when you're on a cruise ship. Ken Smart says, hated the cruise. Can only get off the ship when the crew says you can. That's not true. Ken, you can jump off anytime you like. Hopefully they'll find your body, but you can only get off the ship when the crew says you can. No kidding. Have to be back when the crew tells you. No kidding. I'm not trying to make you mad, Ken. I'm just suggesting that if we didn't have any traffic lights or any stop signs or speed limits, can you imagine the chaos with everybody trying to get where they want to go? It's controlled, and it's not chaos. It's very controlled on a cruise ship. A ship with thousands and thousands of people has to have a schedule. You, if you're still working, you probably have a schedule. That's a good thing. And so cruise ships are the most organized. It's an organized big group of people that I have ever seen. Joy Garrett says that I've never been. I've always wanted to go. They just seem too crowded. Again, Joy, the same thing is with Bruce. You're not packed in like sardines, and I encourage you to give it a try. Let's see. What does it say? Oh, by the way, I don't like crowds either. I really don't. That's why I like camping and RVing. But cruising, it's like, well, you're going to be packed. No, you're not. I mean, you can if you want to be packed with lots of people, but I choose to have a little bit of space. I like being with people, but I also like my space. Thomas says, I've lived in many places around the world. Most people that I've encountered are generally good and hardworking people. I think he's referring to the staff. I talk about the staff and how well they take care of you on a cruise ship, and they really do. They're genuinely, sincerely helpful people that want you to have a good time. It's not like they get, yes, they appreciate getting paid for it, but from the countries that these people, your room steward and the waiters and the waitresses, all the people, the wait staff, everybody on the cruise ship is from a different country. Most people are not from the United States that work on a cruise ship. And a job on a cruise ship is, I don't know, but I would think it's one of the highest paying jobs somebody from Jamaica or Nicaragua or China or Indonesia or India could get. It's a job that most people want, and that's why these people care so deeply. You could tell they love what they do. Let's see. I've got Stephen Butler says that he loves the cruising as well. He says one of the key factors in cruising is training. They do a lot of training on the cruise lines. Maybe other service industries could learn from that. Stephen, I could not agree more. The people that work on the cruise ships, I've only cruised on a Royal Caribbean, and I know that there are other good ones, maybe better ones, I don't know. But the people I have met on almost 20 cruises now are so well trained. It's not just that they love their job. The training they get, it's consistent. It's all the time. In fact, the first time I went on a cruise, and every time, hence, sometime during the cruise, they will have something, it's like a fire drill. They're training all the time, safety drills, just in case something happens. And you'll hear the captain over the speaker, you know, and he'll tell people, whatever the code word is, and he'll get people to go to their stations. So everybody knows, just in case something goes wrong, what they need to be doing. And it's an incredible demonstration of how a company can train thousands of people and do an excellent job. I think that most companies in America, they train people just enough. Can you fog a mirror? Can you run a credit card? You're hired. And that's about as much as those people care. Training is so critically important. I'm not trashing American companies, but we're in the, I want it now. It better be good, and I want a lot of it. And if I don't get everything I want, I'm going to criticize you and destroy you with bad reviews, generally speaking. Let's see. Iggy says, when we cruised, the tips were included in the price as a promotion at no extra charge. It made things much easier. Well, Iggy, I don't know what it is like on other cruise lines. It's probably similar, but Royal Caribbean, you are, whatever the cruise is, they add, I think it's 18% of the cost of the cruise for tips that are split equally, as I understand it, amongst the crew members. So yes, you're right. You don't have to tip anybody because you are paying for a tip. However, I prefer, if I have good service, it's just me, I prefer to give an extra tip, not a lot, but show some over and above appreciation for it's almost embarrassing. I promise you, for me, it's almost embarrassing to see how well I'm taken care of. It's like, is there a hidden camera? What are they trying to do? Make me feel uncomfortable? But now I feel pretty comfortable on a cruise ship because everybody gets that kind of treatment. So anyway, if you can afford it, tip a little bit extra. I promise you the crew will love it. It will go to that individual. You know, I'll take cash, dollar bills, $5 bills, and I will occasionally tip for extra special service. Another tip real quickly is when we check in, we finally get on the ship, you know, we get to our room. We meet our room steward, and I'll throw him some money right up front. I don't wait till the end. I give him a little bit of cash up front. So yes, everybody's going to get some love, but hopefully the wingman and his wife are going to get a little extra love because I take care of them. All right, let's see. Where are we? I think I'm going to wrap it up there today. Don't want to get too long into cruises, but I have more cruises planned. I do. So if I disappear, if I come back and I've got a really nice tan, you may go, he's been on another cruise. As far as doing a wingman cruise, I don't know. We might do one. A lot of people seem to be interested in that. I think it would be a lot of fun. I do love being taken care of. I mean, when I was in the campground business, I took care of people. I wanted them to feel special. And now the tables have turned. I'm sort of semi-retired. I love people taking care of me. It doesn't happen very often, at least not like they do on a cruise ship. Here is a tip. With the fuel prices and oil prices and the economic challenges that we are all under, if you are going to go on a cruise, we're going to go on a cruise next year. If you are in that boat, pardon the metaphor, if you are thinking about going on a cruise, book it now, because my belief is that fuel prices are going to drive the price of cruises way up. Food, oil, then the prices of cruising are going to go up. So if you're going to book a trip, for $500, you can reserve something more than a year out with these cruise lines. And that way you've guaranteed your price. You've got a target, so to speak, to look forward to, kind of like camping. You need to make your reservations early because campgrounds can get crowded, especially during the busy time of year. So that's going to wrap it up. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment below. And by the way, if you have a comment about anything, I would love to hear from you, and I'll even respond. I've got one I'm going to be doing soon about, I don't even want to tell you about it, but it's so off the wall. Somebody wrote me and wanted to know my opinion. So if you want my opinion on something, you can grab a cup of coffee and, I can do a video. You can drink the coffee and I'll do some talking and get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Again, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home.